Welcome back to Awful Movie Reviews.
Well, all I can say is, why wasn't I invited to the party?
I took out another cheap movie from Roger Corman's library, Attack of the Crab Monsters, and this movie sets out to do exactly what it says it will. So if you're looking for a film about a group of survivors fighting giant mutated crabs, well actually, find something else. This one isn't honestly worth it. Director Corman made a terribly underwhelming movie here.
I'm not surprised.
Now, I know I pick on Roger Corman a lot. He has made some good movies though, like most of those horror picks based off the Edgar Allan Poe stories, but during the 50s he released a string of shamelessly inept science fiction horror B-movies. Makes me want to puke just thinking about them. In 1990, he even bragged about it in a book he wrote called How I Made 100 Movies in Hollywood and Never Lost a Dime. Yes, but half of them were shit. There's nothing good about them, and nothing to be proud of here.
Maybe, maybe not. I'm going to find out for sure.
But first, what is your favorite Roger Corman movie? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to never miss out on another bad movie review. Attack of the Crab Monsters stars a bunch of nobodies playing a group of scientists who land on an isolated island to study the effects of radiation on the wildlife, but the plot thickens, because their mission is also to find out what happened to the first team of researchers who just vanished off the face of the earth. But of course, as the title says, they quickly need to fight back against a couple of giant man-eating crabs, and this is where the plot gets surreal, but also just worsens. Every time the crab consumes the living brain of a victim, it absorbs their capacity to talk by using the voice of the dead, but it can only speak through metal objects.
What do you want?
First, I want to reassure you that I am of sound mind, if not of body.
And they're strategic as well, as they cause landslides and part of the island to cave in, to make it diminish in size, so that the survivors have no place else to run. And they also plan on ruling the entire world. What the heck? That's all I've got to say. When I was first watching it, I wasn't expecting the monsters to be this bizarre and far-fetched. The script was written by Charles B. Griffith. He frequently associated with Corman on many movies, and wrote the script for A Bucket of Blood, The Little Shop of Horrors, and It Conquered the World, a stinker which I've already reviewed. Griffith also plays a minor role in this movie, but while he gave so much thought for the creatures, the rest of the story is really underwritten. There's zero character development, the dialogue is very, very bad, and the continuity sucks.
Something in the air is wrong.
That's without mentioning the goofy-looking mechanical crabs. If you look closely, you can see the wheels under the crabs. Probably the consequences of the radiation, I guess.
It's as good a theory as any other to explain what's happened.
After arriving on the island, one of the sailmen gets their head eaten right off by one of the monsters, and we don't get much of a reaction to the rest of the crew. If I were there, I'd get the hell out right away. And for a radioactive island, none of the characters ever get contaminated, and all those seagulls and land crabs look fine too. Their plane explodes out of nowhere, and of course we get no explanation for that, typical B-movie logic. And they don't even seem that worried about now being stranded on an island in the middle of nowhere. After finding out that the crabs can be defeated with electricity, they quickly build a small trap for them out of thin air, which doesn't even work in the end. But yet, they only get around to fixing the radio to contact the others for help near the end of the movie.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
During the climax, the remaining scientists find out that there's oil on the island and decide to go exploring for more. Is that seriously their priority right now? They're stranded on a shrinking desert island and are being chased by man-eating monsters, and they're hoping to get rich off oil. I really didn't like this movie. The concept was interesting, but the overall exercise is boring and cheap. Yeah, it's trash. What an awful movie.